Welcome to this episode where we take a cruise on the Melbourne Yarra River. It is a 2-hour cruise up and down the Yarra. If you're parking in the city, the most convenient park is the Federation Square car park. Its cheapest parking is on the weekend. During the week, prices are extreme. It's a short walk from the car park to the departure point on the northern bank near Federation Square. As you can see, there is plenty happening on the river on a Sunday. There are a number of tour operators. We took the Melbourne River Cruise Company. We start in the heart of Melbourne. Federation Square and Flinders Street Rail Station are iconic landmarks. Also nearby is the famous Southbank entertainment precinct. If you're sitting inside, you might want to sit on the window side so you can view both sideways and above. Being a photographer, always sit outside, in this case at the rear of the vessel. The first of many bridges we go under is the Princess Bridge. It is a bridge in central Melbourne. It is built on the side of one of the oldest river crossings in the city and forms a gateway into the central city from the south. The bridge connects Swanston Street on the north bank to St Kilda Road on the south bank and carries road, tram and pedestrian traffic. The present bridge was built in 1888. We make a brief stop to pick up some additional passengers at Southbank. Southbank is a high-density arts neighbourhood. It's home to Melbourne's art precinct. It has one of the highest concentration of arts and cultural organisations anywhere in the world, including the National Gallery of Victoria, the Hamer Hall, as well as many galleries, theatres, studios and arts education institutions. The most prominent building in this eastern end of Southbank is the Eureka Tower. It is a 297 metre skyscraper. It has Melbourne's highest sky deck. Perched on the 88th floor, it offers breathtaking views of the city and its surroundings through the large floor-to-ceiling window. We now head towards the Evan Walker pedestrian bridge that links Flinders Station to Southbank. You can see the station's clock tower. As we go under the Sandridge Rail Bridge, one needs to duck. The Queen's Bridge is even lower. The tall building to the right is the Rialta Towers at 525 Collins Street. It is the tallest office building in the Southern Hemisphere. The Melbourne Observation Deck is located on the 55th floor. Some people prefer its views over the Eureka building. Below the Rialta on the North Bank is Sea Life, Melbourne's aquarium. It is a Southern Ocean and Antarctic aquarium. One of the highlights for my grandchildren were the penguins. I highly recommend you visit here. On the opposite bank is the Crown Towers and Casino. Surrounding the casino, there are numerous restaurants catering for all tastes and prices. The next building on the left after the bridge with the huge veranda is the Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre. The building can hold up to 8,000 people in 22 meeting rooms, which includes a 2,000 seat auditorium. On the left you can see the three masts of the ship Polly Woodside. It is a historic museum ship moored at the South Wharf, a tangible reminder of Australia's rich maritime heritage. Launched in 1885 in Belfast. Check their website for opening hours. The Webb Bridge connects Docklands and Southbank. It has won a number of awards in recognition of its unique design, which is modelled after an indigenous fish trap. We have now entered the Yarra Edge precinct. This is a newly developed area of the Yarra with its marina and its high-rise living. We're now approaching the Bolte Bridge. It is a large twin cantilever road bridge. The Bolte Bridge carries a total of 8 lanes of traffic, 4 lanes north and 4 lanes south. It was built in 1999. The two 140-metre towers situated on either side of the roadway at the midpoint of the bridge's span are an aesthetic addition by the architect and are not joined to the main body of the bridge. These towers are hollow and feature access ladders to a small rooftop hatch. Until they were locked and surrounded by water, these towers were a popular target for urban explorers. We have now returned to the centre of the city and now about to head upstream. We're now passing two rowing clubs, the Melbourne and Banks rowing clubs. The oldest club in Australia is the Melbourne University Club that was founded by Professor Martin Irvine in 1859, only 4 years after Melbourne University was commenced. There are 156 rowing clubs in Australia. The growth industry on the Yarra is the hiring of boats. Looks like the boys are having a very delightful picnic. These are self-drive, electric-driven motors. Looks like a lot of fun. The Swan Street Bridge leads us to Melbourne's sports precinct. The tennis centre, Melbourne Cricket Ground, the Glass House. If you're into cricket, the MCG has an excellent museum. We now are approaching the Punt Bridge, or Punt Bridge as some call it. You can see the Nylex silos located above Punt Road and the Yarra River. They've been a prominent feature of Melbourne's skyline since 1962. The silos were originally scheduled for demolition to make way for a new development, but plans changed and some of the silos were retained. The Nylex sign and clock were also restored to working order. To the right is the Yarra River's only island, Herring Island. It was formed in 1928 by cutting a channel through an old Bolte quarry. The island was leased for many years by the Scout movement, who named it after their patron, Sir Edmund Herring, the Lieutenant Governor of Victoria and Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Victoria. The island contains indigenous vegetation and provides important habitat for native fauna, particularly birds. It is currently managed by Parks Victoria and used as a sculpture park. Sculptures include works by Jill Peck, Ellen Jose and Andy Goldsworth.
shelter and forage in the reeds. Possums, lizards and snakes are also found on the island. In terms of other fauna along the river, which is some 242 kilometres of length, 1/3 of Victoria animal species are found in the Yarra catchment area. There are over 190 species of birds, including birds of prey, songbirds and waterbirds, feeding, breeding and nesting. 10 frog species have been recorded making the Yarra River home. 16 reptile species are known to inhabit the river, including skinks and turtles. The Australian platypus, a semi-aquatic egg-laying mammal, are found further upriver. A study and survey in 2007 of fish in the Yarra at 43 sites recorded 10,000 fish and 22 species, which are a great sign of continuous environmental improvement. As for flora, there are more than 25 unique fish.
The Yarra River is 242 kilometres long with 24 tributaries. It starts on the flanks of Mount Bolte in Victoria's West Gippsland region. I hope you enjoyed our trip on the mighty Yarra. If you enjoyed it, please give us a like, and we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Catch you next time.